Can you guys see me?
Fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Jeremy Moore, and I'd like to welcome you all to tonight's More Success Team Zoom. We got an incredible Zoom lined up for you guys tonight. Before we turn it over to our guest presenter, trainer for us this evening, I want to go through some really quick recognition. First of all, for a team, for an organization, for all of you guys, congratulations. Recruiting was up 40%, 40% over January. That is flat out killing it. The newsletter came out again, and once again, we were well represented. The top premium riders in all of Legal Shield for last week. We had a couple of representatives at clock checking in, and I apologize at the beginning. My voice, it's a little scratchy, but we're just going to roll right through that. But at number 17 from the great state of Georgia, Miss Cheryl Landigada, our Georgia Peach. Congratulations, Cheryl Ann. And checking in the top 10 at number 7 in all of Legal Shield last week from the More Success team from the great state of Utah, Miss Deanne DeBell. So congratulations, Deanne. On the recruiting end, we had two individuals tied for number 3 in all of Legal Shield last week as a top recruiters in the entire company. Number 3, Mr. Kevin Moore out of the great state of California. Congratulations, Kevin. Not only was number 3 last week, Kevin's just starting his business, and he was already double-digit recruiting last month. Double-digit recruiting, so congratulations for that, Kevin. And also tied at number 3, from the great state of Texas, Barbara and Manley Wilson. Congratulations, Barbara and Manley. You take those individuals, you take Kevin Moore, you take Barbara and Manley Wilson, and they had life challenges happen in the last several weeks. Kevin Moore just had a brand new baby. He could have used that as an excuse not to do his business, but he used it. It inspired him to grow and build his business. And I think he deserves a special shout out for that. Barbara and Manley Wilson, they were greatly affected by the weather. The snowmageddon, ice Mageddon that impacted Texas greatly last week. They didn't have electricity for over a week, guys, and they were number 3 and all of Legal Shield as far as recruiting. So, I mean, you can use it as an excuse or use it as an opportunity to connect and strive. And you don't even have to have, as Barbara Manley proved, as long as you got a generator or a phone or something, you can grow and build your business. So shout out, congratulations, guys, there. A couple of, want to do some double-digit recruiting to some of our leaders that flat out are killing it right now. We just recognized that one couple's Barbara and Manley Wilson last month, double-digit power team recruiting. Keith and Amelia won double-digit power team recruiting. Mr. Dave Hall, double-digit power team recruiting. Brandon Samiego, Mr. Double-digit power team recruiting. So congratulations, guys. I know I'm going through this quick, but it's exciting when you have this much recognition. You need to get through it pretty quick. So congratulations. And I asked our leaders to start submitting, and we're going to pick 3 to 5 names a week. And the top brand newcomers on the More Success team last week. And a special shout out to Gene Rogers, hit senior associate. Congratulations, Gene. Martos Yibas, first week in the business, $800 he put in his bank account. $800 one week. Congratulations, Martos. Tiffany and Corey Johnson just leveled up senior associate, and they got their $100 bonus last week. So congratulations to those 3. And again, what an incredible month you guys had. Carry that momentum. Take advantage of all the incentives. I know the cat's out of the bag, and we're going to get them recapped in just a few moments. But, for you guys that took advantage and closed February strong, you set yourselves up for a phenomenal month of March. And right now, guys, it's my privilege and honor to introduce our guest speaker tonight. He's a man of the people. He started out just where you started out. Came straight from the field. He's held just about every leadership position within Legal Shield. He's built a massive organization himself. He's empowered and protected thousands of individuals himself. But he is our president of Network, and that's none other than my friend, Mr. Don Thompson. Don, take it away, my friend.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeremy, and welcome to the More Success team. Great to talk with everyone here tonight. And Jeremy had asked me about a week ago if I would speak last Monday, and I said, hey, you mind if I speak on March the 1st? Because I think I have a lot to talk about on March the 1st with some pretty great things. So I'm really excited to be with everybody here tonight to share, not just share some of the great things that are going on, but also to kind of maybe put into context what you can be doing to capitalize on these great announcements. So first of all, let's talk about a couple things. Let's talk about the $99 Business Builder promotion. And this is something we have never done in the history of Legal Shield. We've never done this before. I mean, the one thing that I would if you want to take some notes tonight, write this word in your notebook and circle it, and that's get excited. When you get excited, because it's something we've never done before, your prospects are going to sense that there's something different. If you contact your associates and sound just like you did yesterday, they're not going to be any more excited than they were yesterday. But if you contact them and you've got a little bit different tune in your voice, because you know things are different, you know how exciting this is, then they're going to say, wait a minute, Chuck sounds different than he did yesterday. Joan sounds different than she did yesterday. There must be something going on here at Legal Shield. Let me take another look at what's happening. And so you're going to get people excited because you're getting excited. And so how the $99 Business Builder promotion works, and by the way, if you've been using our We Are Legal Shield marketing site, we call it internally the Walls site, We Are Legal Shield, but it's your personal marketing website. We've always had a link on the front of the website that basically allows you to click one click and it adds everything to the cart that we believe a new associate would need. So if you're recruiting someone in the business, obviously we want them to have the legal plan, we want them to have the ID Shield plan, and we want them to have the home business supplement, because they're now in business. They're going to be getting taxed and potentially audited and all these different things that happen when you're a business owner. So we want them to be a product of the product, and we want them to have those three plans. So we've always had it where you can go on the website and we have it's called Business Builder Bundle, and it's got your $24.95 legal plan, $29.95 family ID Shield, $12.95 home business supplement, and the $99 associate fee. And so you would click that one button, it would add it to the cart, and it would say it's $166.85. Well, in the month of March, it's not going to say $166.85. It's going to say $99, because when you do that, the associate fee will automatically be lowered down to like $33.15, and they can sign up for all of that for $99 in the month of March. We've never done that before. Now, hey, if your associate says, I just want the legal plan, that's okay. They can buy the legal plan and they can pay $99 to become an associate one time. Still awesome, right? But if they want to take advantage of the Business Builder Bundle, they can go ahead and sign up that way. Now, I've had some questions. People say, well, what if I have someone I've been talking to and they already have the legal plan, but they want to take advantage of this? They can use the same link. They can sign up. And what'll happen is we'll process the legal, the ID Shield, and the home business supplement. They'll still get the discount on the associate fee. We'll recognize when we go to process it, it'll go in a basket, as we call it, because it's already an active member. We'll recognize they already have the legal plan. So we'll switch them to the legal, ID Shield, and home business supplement, but they were able to get in at that reduced associate fee. So this would work for an existing member as well. And we can use it that way. So the bottom line is you have to go ahead and do it through your We Are Legal Shield site. You can't, don't write $99 special on top of a paper application and upload it. It won't work like that. You got to go to your marketing website, use the link on the front page. It's right there. You'll see it. You can also, on the ID Shield, you'll have the option to toggle from ID Shield Family to ID Shield Individual. So if you're talking to an individual, you can toggle to the individual and it'll sign them up for the legal plan, the ID Shield Individual, the home business supplement, and the price for the associate fee will change slightly and it'll still be $99. So whether they're an individual or family, either way, it comes out to $99 to get their business started. And the first month of Legal Shield Advantage is still covered also at no additional cost. So it's a great opportunity to say, hey, Normally it would be your legal plan, ID Shield, home business supplement, $99 for the associate fee, your first month of Legal Shield Advantage. But right now you can get started for $99. And why are we doing that? Because we just came out of some massive momentum in 2020. The government keeps talking about sending stimulus checks and $1,400 checks and doing all these different things to help people. There's still 10 million people on unemployment rolls because of the pandemic. And quite frankly, we want to tell the public, one, we're tired of waiting for a stimulus check. Create your own stimulus check. And two, even if you get a stimulus check, that $1,400 is going to be gone, and before you know it, it's going to be gone before the bank account hardly clears it for most people, paying your rent and a couple trips to the grocery store, and then what? But here we have our own stimulus. You can start your business for $99, and you can continue to make $1,400 every month, not one time, but you can build a business where you can be generating that kind of income on a regular basis. And so that's the message that we want to get out to everyone that we're talking with. And one of the things that I've been telling my team is, recently we were featured. Let me see if I can get the angle right with my backdrop. But we were featured in the Direct Selling News article in February 2021. And if you haven't seen the article, we have it in your Prospect by Legal Shield app. You can go to Prospect by Legal Shield, click on Resources, and then click on where it says In the News, and you're going to see the February 2021 Direct Selling article. Now, don't get it confused. There's a couple different direct selling pieces in there. One of them is like a top 50 check list that we were on and some other things. Look for the one that says Legal Shield Profile, February 2021. Read that article. If you have not read that article, I'm telling you, read that article. You will get, first of all, you will get more energized about the business that you're in, because you're going to hear from our CEO, Jeff Bell, who's got some tremendous things to say in that article about the vision of Legal Shield and where we're going. I'm quoted in there a couple different times talking about the power of the opportunity. Glenn Peterson's quoted in there talking about the power of business solutions. But all said and done, it is a great article that talks about what we did for American families in 2020, but more importantly, what we're going to do in 2021 and beyond. If you share that article with prospects, I'm telling you, they will see a company that has a vision for the future and whose best days are definitely not behind us. They're in front of us. And so I would highly recommend that as a great conversation starter. You might have people on your list and you're thinking, how do I warm this list back up? I talked to some of these folks 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. How do I re-engage in a conversation with people? A great way to re-engage is just to say, hey, Mary, we haven't talked in a little while, but I wanted to share this article with you. It's about our company that I represent, Legal Shield, but it just talks about some amazing things that we're doing and what we did last year and what we're doing this year. I'd love to have you take a look at it. Just get that conversation re-engaged, because once they start reading that article, then you can start sharing some videos on the membership, on the opportunity. But to me, it's a great icebreaker to kind of get that, get that re-engaged. One of the things that we saw in 2020 was we saw a tremendous need for our membership. So as soon as the pandemic hit, we saw a huge increase in the number of people that were looking up online things like estate planning, wills, living wills, healthcare directive, durable power of attorney, all the things that we've been telling people for 20 years or more that they need to get in order. But I think 2020 really focused the mind for a lot of people that these were things that were not just good, nice to haves or good to haves, they were need to haves. And unfortunately, most wills are written in the hospital. And I think people were starting to realize that I probably should have these things in order. And so my point is that now's the time to be talking to people that were even on your list 10 years ago, 5 years ago, people that said no thanks, before. Things have changed in their lives. People that said, I don't know about that home-based business that you're in. Well, guess what? Everybody's working from home now. It's not that unusual to be working from home. So, the whole stigma behind working from home, used to be, oh, you work from home? Can't you get a real job? You have to work from home. I mean, that's kind of the stigma, right? But now it's like everybody's working from home. Wall Street bankers are working from home. Everybody's working from home. So it's not unusual to talk to somebody about a home-based business opportunity. People that had traditional jobs and were, thinking, I feel really secure where I'm at. Unfortunately, a lot of people had their world turned upside down in the last 12 months and didn't have as much security as they thought that they had. Even business owners who thought, I'm good, I own my own business, all of a sudden found themselves dealing with regulations that they never thought in a million years they'd have to deal with, circumstances that they never thought they'd have to deal with. I was talking to a friend of mine who owned a child care facility. She's a Legal Shield associate now, and she sold her child care facility about 3 years ago. But I was like, Leslie, can you imagine if you were still in the child care facility business? I said, not only would you be dealing with all the normal things that you deal with as an owner of a child care facility, collecting money from people that are behind, dealing with a child that got injured at your facility, a parent, all these different things. I said, now you'd have to worry about what are mask regulations, when can I reopen my business? Can I have 100% of these kids here, or only 50% or 25%? What if a kid gets sick in my facility? What are my liabilities? Like, all the things you never even thought you would have to worry about are now extra on top of all the normal things. Not to speak of the financial trouble you'd find yourself in from being closed 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, being at 50% occupancy, whatever it is. So even business owners that for a lot of times thought, I've got a great business, I've got my life under control, have now found themselves, number one, needing our legal services more than they ever thought they would, and maybe open to an opportunity to make some additional income, maybe a lot more open than they were a year ago or 18 months ago. And so right now, the reason I'm saying, the reason we said that in 2021, our time is now, it's because we really do believe our time is now. And I'm not, and you can look at that two different ways. Our time is now for the membership for all the reasons I just talked about. Our time is also now for the opportunity, because there's millions of people that are underemployed right now, unemployed right now, or feeling not as secure as they were a year or two ago. And it's our opportunity to share with them, hey, there may be a better way. And by the way, when things open back up and you can go back to doing what you were doing, go for it. But how about we show you a plan B that will allow you to make some additional income, help a lot of people, and maybe give you some choices down the road. And so right now, if we're not talking to more people than we ever have before, then we just don't get it. We're not understanding the opportunity that we have in front of us. And I'm not even just talking from a money standpoint, because you can make money at a lot of things, but we truly have an opportunity to help people. We truly have an opportunity to change people's lives. And we truly have an opportunity to show people a better way in so many circumstances. So right now is the time to take out our list and do the things that we know to do to share with more people than we ever have before. Now, we also have our March Madness competition this month. We're going to have some fun with it, right? If you're a senior director or above, you can form a team. So I know there's a lot of senior directors on here forming teams, and golly, I'll tell you what I'd be doing. If I was not a senior director, I'd be contacting the senior director above me or the executive director above me and saying, hey, I want to be on your team. Put me in, coach. Like, I'm gonna perform this month. You can count on me for some associates, some brand new premium. I want to be on the team. And I promise you, if you're raising your hand high, they're going to be like, okay, I want people on the team that want to be on the team. I want people on the team that are committed this month. So make sure that that you're doing that. But I'll give you a little secret. At least this is how I would be thinking about putting together a team, which, by the way, I am. So I'll give you all a little secret. Is like, I had an associate call me today, and she was like, hey, I want to let you know I've already recruited 2 people today, and I wanted to know if I could be on your team. And I was like, you've already recruited 2? Yeah, you can be on the team, it's because I want to win too, so let me give you a little secret. Go out in the next 24 hours, recruit a couple associates, call the person putting the team together and say, I'd like to be on your team. They're going to be like, heck yeah, you can be on the team. I can already count your points. So I don't have to wonder what you're going to do. I already know what you're going to do, because it started on March 1, started today. So just a little bit of a secret. If you're trying to really get on a team, Go recruit somebody, then call someone. I bet you they put you on the team. All right. So, but these teams are going to be formed by the end of Wednesday. So time's running out if you want to be joining one of our March Madness teams. But, regardless if you're on a team or not, this is the month to go out and really get after it. The other thing I just want to talk about briefly tonight is Performance Club, because this business builder promotion gives you the perfect opportunity to have some serious conversations with your team about Performance Club. I don't know if you've done the math, but the legal plus ID Shield family plus home business supplement is $67.85. And then when you recruit the new associate, you get a 50% multiplier on that. Now, if anyone's got a calculator handy, that comes out to 101. And if I'm not mistaken, you only need 100 to be in Performance Club. In other words, you do one business builder bundle on your website, that's a family plan, you're PC qualified. And since we want to keep it simple, if you do two, you're PC Pro. So really it's that simple to really figure out, how do I get in Performance Club this month? Go do one, recruit one new associate with the bundle. How do I get in PC Pro this month? Go recruit 2 associates with the bundle. I mean, just talk to your team like that. You don't have to make it complicated. Think about that. You got 31 days to get it done. You should have a record number of associates on your team that are PC and PC Pro qualified this month. If you want to get some people really focused in on Performance Club, this is the month to get them focused in on Performance Club. Because, we all know that the way to go executive director, the way to go senior director, the way to go, bronze, silver, and gold is through Performance Club. The more Performance Club qualifiers you have on your team, the more stable your business is. If everything revolves around you having to produce every single month, that's a lot of pressure on you. And I've been there before, and I know how much pressure it is to wake up on the first of the month and know if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. That's a lot of pressure. But if you have 5 people on your team in Performance Club, now you've got a little bit of a base of premium you can count on every single month. And if you've got 10 people in Performance Club, now you've got a bigger base. And you just have to do the math and say, how many people do I need to have on my team in Performance Club to consistently be a senior director? Now, I believe it's somewhere between 6 and 8, but it could be different for everybody. And I believe to hit executive director consistently, it's somewhere between 12 and 15 people on your team in Performance Club, but it could be different for everybody. It depends on how much premium they're doing, and some do more than others. But I mean, roundabout there, everyone, you know your numbers and what people normally do and what you have to make up with PC qualifiers. But you set that number, and then you just track that number. The number one indicator that I would be tracking in my business every single month to track growth is Performance Club. How many qualifiers do I have? What's my goal? And then just track that number. Stay laser focused. One of the things that happens sometimes is there are a lot of great things, but if you focus on too many of them, you can't focus on any of them. How many of you have ever been to a great buffet that when you walk up there the very first time, you immediately find 20 things that you want to eat, right? And so you're focused on all these things, and and so you take your first plate back and it's just stacked to the top, and you get back to the table, you're like, I don't even know how I'm going to eat all this, but it just all looked good, right? And so you don't want to do that in legal. So you don't want to be like, I'm focusing on this, I'm focusing on that. If you're focused on going senior director, executive director, there's only one thing you got to focus on. That's Performance Club qualifiers. Who on my team is in Performance Club? How many more do I need? Who are those people? Identify them early and just stay laser focused on a few things. When you're getting an A+ on that and you've got that nailed down really good, then you can add 1 or 2 more things. But don't get too off track with chasing a whole bunch of different great things. Now, it's all good. We look at everything on the menu and go, man, it all looks good. But if you try to eat it all, you're going to get a stomach ache. Don't do that. Try to stay focused on just a couple things that are going to help you get to your goals, and that's how you can achieve. You know, I stayed focused on network until I was the executive director. Then I said, you know what? I've got a little bit of stability here. I'm qualifying every month. Let me go out and open a few groups. And I found I had a lot of success doing that. And I was doing a few of those, but you know, if I would have started doing that my first day in the business, I probably would have been all over the place. Now, I have other people on my team, you know, they started off by going, man, I'm going to focus on doing group because that's my sweet spot. And then once I get good at that, and I'll start recruiting some people and adding some people to my team. I'm not telling you the right way to do it. I'm just saying, stay focused on what's your strength, stay focused on what you do well, and narrow that down in March and just get really, really, really good at it. And then the key to whatever you're doing is do more this month than you've ever done before. Do more. This is the month. Not every month is like that. You can't sprint every month, but you can sprint for the next 31 days and make March your month. And I'm going to close with this because we're going into our international convention in next month. You know, we are excited. Of course, we wish we could be all meeting live and high-fiving and so forth. And God willing, we'll be able to do that soon, but not quite yet in April. So we'll be doing a great virtual international convention. We got some awesome plans. I think we're going to put together the best virtual event we've ever had at Legal Shield. We keep getting better every time we do it, and we're doing some things at this one we've never done before, and I think it's just going to be an even better experience for associates that are watching it. But most importantly, it's about the 7 weeks going in and the 7 weeks coming out. The convention is one of those times during the year where you can drive more momentum in your business than you ever have before. Let me just cover that word for 1 second. The word is momentum. When you have momentum, things appear better than they actually are. And when you don't have momentum, things appear worse than they actually are. So I want to just kind of, let me put that on both spectrums. If you don't have momentum right now, and maybe your business is a little bit at a standstill and you're feeling a little bit depressed, I got good news for you. Things aren't as bad as they seem. And as soon as you get a little bit of momentum behind you, you're going to see things picking up very rapidly. On the other hand, if things are flying high, don't ever buy into your own hype. Things aren't as good as they seem, right? So momentum's the hardest thing to gain. It's the easiest thing to lose. So when you've got it, you got to protect it like crazy. And so the 7 weeks building into convention have traditionally been one of the best opportunities to build momentum. So that's why you have to laser focus right now, because you only get one of these a year. We only have one international convention a year. This is your time on your team in March. While your team is more focused right now than they ever been so far this year, because the convention's coming up, they're focused in on that. This is the time to get your team focused and work harder this month and build that momentum. We'll deliver an awesome convention, and I promise you, whatever momentum that you built up to that point, we will continue to explode in even greater numbers coming out of convention. And once you have some real momentum behind you, you know, then it's a little bit easier to work your business. Everything seems to work better when you know, success loves speed, and everything seems to work better when you've got momentum behind you. Now, there's a reason in an airplane they have to like hammer it down to get off the runway, but once they get it up to 500 miles an hour, they can pull back on the throttle a little bit because they've got that momentum up there, and that sucker's going to fly. So take advantage of the international convention. Register your team just like it was a live event, because it's going to be every bit as good. It is a live event. You know, we're just going to meet like this. This is a live event we're on tonight. These are live events, you know, so this is going to be a live event. Register your team, build that excitement behind it, and use the month of March to build that momentum into it. And the last thing I'll just share is something I shared on Facebook Success today. It's the law of compounded interest. It's that law of, if you take a penny and you double it every single day, at the end of the month, you've got $10 million after 31 days. But here's the crazy thing: if you only double that penny once a week, you only got 8 cents. There's a difference between working your business daily and working your business weekly. When you compound your success daily, you're going to have a lot bigger results in a lot shorter period of time. When you compound your business weekly, it takes you a lot longer to get the success that you're looking to get. And here's why, because when you go out, what some associates think is, I'm going to use this promotion to go recruit 3 people in the month of March. That's the wrong way to look at it. What you need to think about is, I'm going to go recruit 3 people in the next 3 days, because now I have 28 days. And now right away, what do you do with those 3 people? You get into their lists while still a $99 business builder bundle, and you help them talk to every single person that they know, a brand new list. There's nothing like getting a brand new associate with a brand new list of people you haven't talked to that you can help them with. You help them get in their list, share with everyone, have private Zoom calls, duplicate. All of a sudden, those 3 associates turn into 10 associates. And now you're only a week into this thing, and you've got 10 new associates on your team. And by the time you get to week 2 and you're doing that, all of a sudden you can turn that plan into 100 new associates in the month of March. You were thinking 3. I'm thinking 100. Why do you want to recruit 3? I mean, we want to recruit 100. If you recruit 100 people in the month of March on your team, then, even if only 10% of them are the go-getters, you end up with 10 huge go-getters, performance club qualifiers. You're an executive director. But that's how builders think. They think, how do I do this fast and duplicate my efforts fast, so I have a lot more runway and a lot more time to help my new associates get their new associates, and we still have a lot of runway to help those associates get their associates, and that's how you build real momentum in the month of March. So take advantage of all those things. Jeremy and Stephanie, thank you so much for having me on the Zoom tonight, and appreciate all of you. Let's make it a great March, everyone. Let's truly make it a March Madness, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Phenomenal job, just like always. And you will definitely see some more success team associates teams up on those leaderboards. So
awesome.
Thank you, my friend. All right, guys, what a fantastic presentation. I don't know. I mean, if you can't, I'm getting excited all over again. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a brand new associate right now. I'm ready to flat out get after it. We normally do it at the beginning, but because of the time frame, let's go out now to Mr. Jimmy Parrish for our solutions update. And for you guys that weren't on the very first Monday of every month, we do a solutions-based call at 7 p.m. Central. Tonight's call, I really recommend every single person watch that when the recording comes up on our More Success Team Facebook page, because Rachel Lawton did a training tonight that's you can use it. I can't even talk. Was it applicable? Is that the word? You can apply it to all of your Legal Shield business. So, no, Mr. Parrish, turn it over to you, my friend.
Thanks, Jeremy. And yes, it is very applicable. You're correct. And yes, Rachel did a great job talking about will workshops, and regardless of how you build your business, it's something that we're all focused on, and that is retention. And if you'll go back and check that training out, she was concise in about 26, 27 minutes, offered to send her PowerPoint out, and I encourage you to do so. Just 3 quick things. I know it's been a full 30 minutes, and we've had a lot of great ideas from Mr. Thompson, but I want to remind everybody about the Blitz. I know I talk about this every week, but let me encourage everybody to get on the Blitz tomorrow, especially those of you that are solutions focused, or you want to recruit solutions focused associates to your team. Because I was made privy about 5 hours ago of an announcement that will be made tomorrow. That's the biggest solutions announcement for the month. And the first people that will hear that announcement will be the ones that were on the Blitz tomorrow. So I highly encourage you to get on that Blitz because it's worth a lot of money, some good bonus money there. And some of the, I can't tell it because they'll take my ability to know these things in advance away. But it's one of the easiest ways you've ever opened a group. And I highly encourage you to listen to that call, get on the Blitz. They've changed everything now. Instead of just texting the word Blitz to a 5-digit number, you now text it to a regular number with an area code. So if you haven't got this number, I'm going to call out a couple of times. It's 844-471-1400. That's 844-471-1400. If you've already been on the Blitz once, you don't have to do it again. It's just a change in the system. Last time, 844-471-1400, and you'll get all the texts for all the Blitzes coming up. And again, you just want to take advantage of that. If you're not familiar with the Blitz, it's just It's an organized time of really dialing for dollars. We're trying to book appointments with decision makers to open new groups or with existing groups to try to schedule enrollments. So you might have put that down for sure. Also, if you recruited new associates since January 1st, they're able to attend trainings this month. There's going to be a level 1 basics training the first and third Fridays of the month, a level 2 employee benefit certification training the second and fourth Fridays of the month. So with this being the first Friday, March 5th, Mr. Mike Riches will be doing the level 1 basics training from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. And all you've got to do is go to lsbstraining.com. That stands for Legal Shield Business Solutions Training. lsbstraining.com. You can register those associates for free. And the last thing, and this again will be for both solutions focused and team building associates. Once a month, we have a Solutions Expo. It's always the second Wednesday of the month, and March is no different. March the 10th, that's not this week, but next week, we're going to have a special Solutions Expo from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock Central Time. Mike Riches facilitates the call. We always recognize all of our top solutions associates from the previous month, but the special guest speaker, now this is a solutions call, I didn't stutter here, is Brian Carruthers. And he's going to talk about solutions. So if you want to bridge that over and get on that call, all you have to do is go to solutionswebinar.com. You can register for it. They'll send you updates once you've registered for solutionswebinar.com for not only the March Solutions Expo, you'll be registered for the second Wednesday of every month moving forward. So with those announcements, Jeremy, Stephanie, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you very much. And if you guys are looking in the chat box, Joe, thank you. She put that number in there to participate in the Blitz. With that being said, guys, I want to also remind you all that our Sunday night Getting Started Right calls are taking off. And to give you some real examples of that, consistently since we launched that, Kevin Moore has been on almost, I only think 1 week that I can remember that he hasn't participated, having his folks in, and now look, he's one of the top recruiters in the company. He's having double-digit recruiting. Look at Barbara and Manley Wilson. I can't think of a week that they've ever not been on a Sunday night. And they have new folks on every Sunday night. And now look, they're double-digit power team recruiting, because those Sunday night calls, guys, is all about getting your new folks comfortable and committed to doing a private Zoom call. That's the whole purpose of it. And we lay it out, introduce them to the team and their support system. And so plug your new folks in Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central Time. This very same Zoom that you're on tonight, that's where you get on Sunday nights, because they're the proof is in the pudding. It's working. And so make sure you get all your new folks this month. We may need to add one midweek, because we had a 40% increase in recruiting over January. I expect the More Success team to have a 200% increase in recruiting this month. Because what better way can you, what, $99, you get everything for $99. I mean, that's, if there was the time to flat out get after it, like Mr. Thompson said, the time is now. And before I completely lose my voice, we'll remind you guys next week, we got another special guest speaker. It's none other than fellow Platinum World Council member and Circle of Champions member, Mr. Cliff Malloy, will be sharing with you guys. So, Cliff is, he's the best of the best. And so he'll be pouring into us next Monday. So all the activity you do this week, we're going to have another phenomenal training next Monday night. And with that being said, guys, let's go out and get after it by doing these three things that don't get them out of order. Always put your God number one in your life. Keep your family in where they belong in second place, and Legal Shield, or whatever you're doing in third. Everything else takes care of itself. God bless you all. Have a phenomenal week, everyone.